Good day from Kamakura, Japan, on this Wednesday, May 25th. Well, I was just talking to the chief priest of the shrine here, and I asked him if I could have at least 2 of these cedar stumps. And they said yes. Very kind of them. I'm going to use these as benches in my garden. I can't cut them, so I'm going to have to use them as is. And they're quite heavy, so I may have to get them one by one. I'll put them in my car. My new bench for the garden. And my fingers are crossed because it's quite big and it's quite heavy. So I'm going to have to move some things. I think I'll have to move the potato containers to the side. Okay, so let's go do it. I think I'll leave some of the mint. It's okay, but this, not sure what this is. I have to look this up. This is getting in the way. So, let's see here. This is quite heavy. This is, I think it's about 150, maybe 200 pounds. So I think these metal brackets here will support it. Okay, is that sturdy enough? But, yeah, this would be nice. Put my feet up on it. Yeah, I like that. So let's do a little bit of cleanup. Okay, that'll dry out in a few hours. So it does look big, but I think I'll get used to it. Okay, so with this done, let's see how everything else is doing here. Strawberries. Oh, that one's looking very nice. Look how big it is. Let me try something here. See if I can stand this up, just to get it off of the potentially hot surface there. Yeah, that might be better. Okay, very good. And our tomatoes are getting bigger. A little close together, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. Further up, everything looks good. Let's go around the other side and see how the beans are doing. Beans are coming in very nicely. A little small yet, so not quite ready for harvesting, but yeah, quite a few all along here. Very good. These are the biggest. Got a few more days for these as well. A few more up here. Good, good. And down over here as well. Some both inside and outside the netting. Very good. How are we doing down here? Yeah, a few down here as well. Very good. And our new cukes, looking pretty good. Looks like we have another volunteer tomato coming in here. I'll leave that be for now, but that's definitely a tomato. And maybe even a few more down in there. That's all right. And they're looking good, starting to show some growth. And over on this side, we've got some flowering. And it's climbing up just as I hoped it would. And you can see over here the tendrils are beginning to find their way to the netting. So I won't have to do much tying. Maybe just to help it with a little bit of support once it starts growing a little bit higher up the netting here. Very good, very good. Well, while here, let's take a look at the strawberry tower. Okay, things look good in here. Let me get rid of some of the dead leaves first. And pull some of the strawberries off the soil. You see, this one here was probably touching the soil. So let's get these off of there and down in between. Found this one here. This can be eaten. A nice morning treat. Everything else looks pretty good. So I do want it turned so that this one can get some sun from late morning until about noon or so. Well, let's just take a look and see the other side here. You see here there's some nice ones coming in here. This is on its way to ripening. So, very good. So yeah, it should get some sunlight coming through there. What I think I'll do is move these from this side over to this side. That way they can get more sunlight. Very good. Yeah, I did a test the other day of one of the garlic plants. Pulled it up and let it dry out for a few days. And you can see it's a little small, but that's okay. Hopefully we'll have some bigger ones, but if not, that's all right. So I'll be harvesting these in a couple days, maybe later this week. So here in the lower level, below here you can see the dokodami is coming in nicely. This is in the mint family. This can be used in salads. It can be made into a tea. And I think you can see our blueberries are getting bigger slowly. And they're protected nicely. Yeah, they're looking good. And down at this end, things are looking pretty good. Except for the bugs. Hey, these bugs over here are having a feast on these flowers here. Yeah, this will pass. I'll let them be. Maybe they'll help pollinate. Any female fruit? Not yet. I don't see any. And you can see our eggplants are doing well, getting taller. See, one here is looking as if we're about to get a blossom on there. That would be nice to see. And here our tomatoes are looking very nice. Yeah, later in the week I'll come in and do a fourth round of tying up here. Very good. I'm not seeing many suckers, at least not right away. There's one here. Now this needs to be tied up, so I'll do that later in the week. Yeah, look at all of these bugs. Maybe I should have left the netting on, but as you can see here, some of the more stronger leaves are not being attacked, at least not as much. So that's what I was hoping for, is to sacrifice some of these and let the stronger ones survive. Oh yeah, I may have taken the netting off a little bit too early, but that's okay. But the butternut squash is looking pretty good, looking quite strong. So the lower garden is looking pretty good. The tomatoes and eggplant. And down at this end, things are looking pretty good, except for the bugs. どうすんの？喧嘩？遊び？どっち？遊び。9月で14歳。そうそうそう。そうそうそう。3歳？ああ。どうもありがとうございます。And here we're at the start of the hydrangea season, the ajisai season. And the sign here says Ajisai no Michi, Ajisai Road, or path. Well, they're not quite in bloom yet. See, they're beginning to come into bloom. Come next month, June, this will be a very pretty sight.